guys, this is Ackley, Theatrical here with another video for all of you guys, and well, where do I even begin? I mean, you read the title of this video, so I guess for me, all I can say is, oh my god, guys, I dig it! I actually caused a nationwide panic. Okay, maybe not really, but yeah, I guess there might be some kind of connection here for a second, but nevertheless, I've actually been thinking about doing this video ever since earlier this week, actually, just so that just to really express my opinions on, of course, this subject matter, and well, I think I might have gotten busy with, of course, other things while doing so, but nevertheless, I'm here right now with, of course, this latest video right now. Yeah, I'm finally talking about it here today, and well, I guess given to the past response slash rant videos I've been putting out for some time, I think it makes sense to finally talk about something a little bit more positive for sure. So yeah, I think it makes sense, of course, that front for sure. So yeah, I guess for today's video, we're actually going to be talking about pretty much not one, not two, but three Pixar movies that I did talk about in the past that we actually got some news very recently as of now to, of course, all three of them, especially when I actually mentioned them in pretty much a video that I made about them over a year ago for sure. So yeah, and I guess a lot of you guys may be wondering, what is it that I'm going to be talking about? Well, I guess I might as well answer that question with another question that I want to ask. Do you guys remember that in the past videos I've actually put out, I talked about three Pixar movies a year apart from each other that I talked about in my thoughts videos that I did in the past? That pretty much, those three movies go by the names of Soul, Luca, and Turning Red? If you actually have fond memories with, of course, all those, and if your answer is yes, that is, of course, what I'm talking about here today, So yeah, I guess I mean no big surprise, of course, that front, that if you have seen my thoughts videos, pretty much in the past, I actually did talk about Soul, Luca, and Turning Red, each of which apart from pretty much a year apart from each other, and yeah, I guess it is quite a thing, of course, why I thought about them for sure. I really do enjoy all three of these films by far, and I do think they are really great movies for sure. And yeah, despite the fact that they were actually released onto Disney Plus, despite being originally given theatrical releases for sure, I think it is actually quite. I think it is still quite nice to see all three of these films, regardless. And yeah, even looking back, I do think they really did pretty much hold up quite well for sure. And luckily enough, pretty much just well over 3 months since after I did the last one, Turning Red, that's immediately followed up with, of course, an editorial video that I did over a year ago, to which I dubbed all three of these films as the Disney Plus Pixar trilogy, to which I actually did made some very valid points, and of course some comments, of course, pretty much on why all three of these films were released onto Disney Plus, despite originally being given theatrical releases for sure. So yeah, I'm really proud of that video, and luckily enough, it is actually one of the big videos I've actually worked on, pretty much since after about nearly 2 months since after I got Adobe Premiere Pro CS6, to which actually turned out well, and I'm really glad on how well the video turned out. It is definitely one of the best videos I've actually put out for 2022 last year for sure. It's a really great video that I made over a year ago, and it's still a great video now for sure. So yeah, and of course, if you haven't seen already, I'll be sure to leave the link down in the description box below, as well as a card somewhere in the video, to which it may or may not have gone by as we speak, just for you guys to check it out, to see for yourselves. So yeah. And I guess a lot of you guys may be wondering, why did I bring up that video, particularly all three of these films again? Haven't I already been through enough of them and I could just move on to other movies? Well, I guess I would for sure, and trust me when I say that that was, of course, my initial plan for sure. So yeah. Yeah, that was the plan at first, but I guess it turns out, pretty much earlier this week, we actually got some recent news regarding all three of these films by far, and that being, of course, well, I think I might as well pretty much dive right into, of course, pretty much another question, you know, or should I say, one thing that I actually did bring up in my editorial that I did. If you may recall, if you look back on my editorial video that I did, I actually did make one valid point on pretty much in that said movie, and that being, of course, well, pretty much the fourth factor in that being that they look like they're made to be released onto the big screen. And of course, in that point that I made in that said video, I did state that despite the fact that they were actually given the release on Disney Plus, I, as well as many other people, have been wondering for some time how cool will it be if all three of these films did get a theatrical release for sure. And well, I guess around that time I actually made that valid point. I know I would have a lot of speculations on how I think it's going to go down and see what kind of experience that we're willing to get for sure if they are given the theatrical release. But of course, I did also state that it may seem doubtful, of course, that front, but I do hope someone, let alone any movie theater, will come along and give them the theatrical release they deserve. Well, luckily enough, earlier this week, turns out our answers have been fulfilled, or of course, our thoughts and prayers have been fulfilled, because yeah, holy shit, I think we're in for something really great. So yeah, pretty much earlier this week, Disney and Pixar, as well as, of course, pretty much, it also has been documented on several articles online, they have officially announced that Soul, Luca, and Turning Red are finally going to be giving theatrical releases at long last. So yeah, I will have to say that is phenomenal news by far. In fact, literally, when I actually read up on pretty much one article that I actually read on this announcement, I was like, wait, are they really doing this? Is this for real? And yeah, I did check online, and it turns out it is real for sure. So yeah, I guess you can mainly tell I am really thrilled to actually hear that news by far, and yeah, honestly, I think it is actually quite fitting, of course, that front. In fact, if anything, when I actually read the news about all this, one of two things must have gone on in my head. Either pretty much it was a massive coincidence for sure, or Disney has actually saw my editorial video that I did over a year ago and pretty much decided, you know what? He's right. I think he, and alongside everyone else, thought these three films do deserve a theatrical release by far, so we might as well give them what they want. So yeah, I guess if that being the case, then yeah, I guess pretty much the answer to one of those two options I gave might be debatable, but hey, if it is the second option that I mentioned, then pretty much me, alongside everyone else, deserves a lot of credit. While for the first option, where I actually stated that it's probably a massive coincidence, I think the teacher in the first Incredibles movie said it best.
Coincidence? I think not!
Yeah, that pretty much sounds about right, so yeah, I guess from, of course, what I'm actually hearing, pretty much, I would, of course, give out my initial thoughts on, of course, pretty much this announcement, and honestly, to me, I do think it is actually really great news by far, and practically, it's been a long time coming for sure, because yeah, even looking back, I do think they are actually really great movies for sure. Yeah, and yeah, I think part of me did kind of feel bummed out for sure that they're never given the theatrical release as they're pretty much as we hoped and Disney promised they would for sure, but yeah, it can actually be very difficult to work with entirely because, yeah, would you really pretty much planning on seeing the movie you want to watch on the big screen only to find that there could be a release onto streaming instead? I'm guessing you'll probably feel as bummed out as I would for sure, so. But hey, I guess given to the recent announcement that Soul, Luca, and Turning Red are getting the theatrical releases they deserve, to me, I think it is actually really great timing for them to do that, and I couldn't help but feel absolutely happy to actually hear it for sure, because yeah, honestly, I still have good memories of seeing them on Disney Plus around the time they came out, and even sometime later when I actually got them on Blu-ray, it's still actually well worth it in the end for sure, and yeah, I think even looking back on, of course, pretty much my fourth factor, and of course my editorial that I did for sure, where they were actually made to look like, yeah, they look like they're made to be released onto the big screen. I think it does follow through on the other points on why they actually made that decision. Again, being, of course, pretty much the COVID-19 pandemic, and of course, VOD and streaming having a massive boost around that time, and not to mention Disney always prioritizing their schedule. Kind of makes sense for that to happen on, of course, that front for sure, and excuse me, so, and yeah, I think pretty much, if anything, I do think it would be quite nice to see on how it'll all go down if they are given the theatrical release they deserve for sure, so yeah. Honestly, I do think it is actually a good timing on, of course, that front for sure, and yeah, honestly, to me, I think it would be quite nice to actually see how it'll turn out for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's a no big surprise on, of course, that front, because we have actually seen in recent years a good number of pretty much old classic movies getting re-released onto the big screen for sure. So yeah, I think it's actually no big surprise on that front, and we do know stuff like this is actually coming on, of course, on that front, but I guess it would probably depend on when that's gonna happen and what movie would be appropriate for that. So yeah, honestly, I think it would, of course, be pretty much quite nice to see on how I'll go down for sure, because yeah, I think the best way I can describe it is that think of it as, of course, a massive second chance to finally give them what they want for sure, and to see if it'll actually all go according to plan for sure. So yeah, that's probably the best way I could actually describe it, of course, that front for sure. So yeah, and I think it is actually quite fitting on of course, all of the hang for sure, because yeah, Soul, Luca, and Turning Red, I still think are great movies by far, but I do sometimes wonder on how nice it will be if they are given the theatrical releases they deserve for sure, and yeah, I still have fond memories seeing all three of them by far, and yeah, maybe getting to see them on the big screen for sure would have actually been quite nice for sure. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I do love Disney Plus for sure. In fact, I haven't actually done much streaming as of recently because of other things going on, of course, that front, and I still want to still continue to show my support for both movie theaters and, of course, physical me, despite the massive direction both of them are taking right now, which can actually be quite debatable, of course, that front. So yeah, I think it would be quite nice to see on how it'll go down for sure. So yeah, but again, I think I guess since I know all three of them made their way onto Disney Plus, and I know I did my editorial that I did last year on all three of them to help correspond with the release of Lightyear, honestly, to me, I was really, yeah, for while I am really impressed on how well my editorial video that I did right around over a year ago, I guess it did come as a bit of a shock because yeah, around the time I actually pretty much Lightyear came out, and I did manage to pretty much go see it and talk about it. Turns out the film did actually underperform and bombed big time at the box office, despite the pretty much the good to lower than average reviews they got, mainly because of the whole Disney Plus strategy they actually went with for sure. So yeah, and of course, I think it is no big surprise, of course, that front, because yeah, pretty much compared to last year, yeah, despite the fact that I am really quite thrilled that Disney got to celebrate their 100th anniversary for sure, yeah, turns out 2023 is somewhat of a rocky year for Disney for sure, and I don't mean the rocky where, of course, it's mixed at best. No, I mean the kind of rocky where pretty much they don't have that much staying power at the box office as pretty much they did beforehand for sure. None of which any of their movies they've actually put out this year never even crossed the $1 billion mark. So yeah, that's actually really quite surprising, of course, that front for sure, to which, yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense on that front for sure. So yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I think with the movies that we actually got this year, pretty much a few of them actually turned out pretty good for sure. Like, of course, since I did mention Pixar, I did manage to go see Elemental, and I do think it is actually a really good movie, and yeah, I was really quite surprised that it pretty much had the worst opening weekend around the time it came out, but hey, I guess I knew for the fact that I was really excited to see it for sure, but I knew right away I had to focus on, of course, seeing The Flash with, of course, my girlfriend, Melody, seeing how she actually came by to visit around the time we actually saw it for sure, which was actually a really good time for sure, and I'm glad that me and my girlfriend actually got to see it for sure, but I did manage to see it pretty much. I did see Elemental the following weekend after the film, yeah, after the film came out, and yeah, I do stand by my point that I do think it is actually a really good movie, and it is actually a good thing too, because yeah, I actually did end up seeing it at perfect timing, as pretty much it did manage to pick itself up pretty much sometime afterwards, and actually became a big hit at the box office. So yeah, I guess technically, pretty much Elemental was on the verge of bombing at first, but it did pick itself back up again for sure, which I am really glad to hear for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I could say for Elemental. So now as for the other two that I actually liked, I know I did really like their Disney's newest animated film, Wish, and yeah, I was really surprised that that too also bombed big hard around the time it came out. I mean, still a good movie, don't get me wrong, and I stand by my point on why I thought about it, but yeah, I was really shocked based on what I've actually seen, not just with the reviews, but also the box office as well, and not only that, but also, I think I did also make the valid point that I did kinda like the live-action Little Mermaid remake. I mean, I didn't like it fully. It's not really among one of my favorites by far, but I do kinda liked it for sure. Yeah, and did give me, of course, what's actually been given to me, despite the fact that I'll still prefer the original for sure. But I guess it's box office results from what I could gather. That can actually be quite debatable, of course, that front for sure. So yeah, those are the only three that Disney has actually put out that I do actually liked for sure. While I guess for the other ones that have also came out for sure, well, I think it's hard to say, of course, that front for sure. Like, of course, Haunted Mansion I thought was pretty much mixed at best, but pretty underwhelming at the same time. And that, too, also bombed for sure. I did actually thought Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny was okay, but yeah, it really did pretty much bomb pretty hard for sure, So yeah, and of course, let's not forget to mention a few of the films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe might have also had the same fate as well, So yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is also a really good one. I forgot to mention that earlier, so yeah, I'm glad to see that actually did fine for sure. While I guess for the other ones, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania was mixed at best, but also pretty underwhelming, and I was even quite surprised with the Marvels, despite the fact that it is okay at best. That too, pretty much bombed pretty hard, actually becoming Marvel's lowest grossing movie ever made, so yeah, really quite surprised on, of course, that front for sure, and yeah, given to, of course, all that, Disney is really not having a good 2023 for sure, so yeah. I guess it's quite surprising, of course, that front for sure, so yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I really do love Disney with what they've actually done for sure, whether it be pretty much for the good stuff they put out, or pretty much some that are just, well, crap, of course, that front for sure, yeah, they really are in a massive pretty much a massive struggle from, of course, what I can gather, so. But, of course, I guess it's no big surprise, of course, that front, because, if anything, maybe I guess for some point around for 2024 next year and beyond, maybe they might find a way to actually bounce back and actually start making good movies again, and actually have them release to become box office hits for sure. So yeah, I guess it is no big surprise, of course, on that front. So yeah, because yeah, Disney has been in massive slumps beforehand. So I guess they can find a way to pick themselves back up for sure, and actually rank back up to the top once again, so yeah. No big surprise, of course, on that front, so yeah, if they got into massive slumps before, they could definitely pick themselves up back again for sure, so yeah. We'll have to wait and see, of course, that front, especially since after what they've gone through, since after pretty much their CEO, Bob Chapek, has officially pretty much been fired since after the terrible decisions that he's made to, of course, the company, and even landed on some massive controversy for sure, like, of course, pretty much of anything, pretty much being landing under hot water by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis over their proposal over the Don't Say Gay bill in Florida, to which, yeah, despite Chapek's comments being absolutely worthless, I wouldn't be lying if I say that I'm with other people outside of Disney and actually pretty much standing against the Don't Say Gay bill for sure, to which, yeah, pretty much the whole subject of course, my thoughts on diversity and, of course, my relations with pretty much people of color and people in the LGBTQ plus community will be another discussion for another day. So yeah, I guess if anything, Disney has, of course, got a lot to do to get themselves back up, especially since after the damage created by Bob Chapek and, of course, Bob Iger now back as a CEO for sure. Despite the fact that he may not be the renowned boss over at Disney, especially with his comments over the writers and actors strike some time ago, but hey, I'll give him credit that he did manage to find a way to make Disney into a global empire for sure, so yeah. Honestly, I think it would be quite nice for sure. So yeah, I guess in the subject of course, Soul, Luca, and Turning Red finally getting released onto the big screen for sure. Honestly, to me, I do think pretty much it has been a long time coming, but I do think they really are finally going to be given the theatrical releases they deserve, and I'm really excited for all that for sure. And let's not forget to mention pretty much sometime pretty much right around afterwards, right around June of next year, they are going to be releasing the long-awaited sequel to Inside Out, to which I'm really excited to see. And based on what I'm actually seeing in the teaser trailer, I think they really are going to pull themselves through, and it definitely does look great, and I do think they are going to deliver a really incredible sequel for sure, to which I'm making no big surprise that I really loved the first Inside Out around the time it came out, so I'm really excited to see on what the second film will have to offer for sure, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing for 2024 next year, so yeah, and of course it is another thing I should also bring up for sure, because yeah, despite the fact that there are going to be some really good and yet really interesting movies that'll be coming out for sure, there's not that much coming out for 2024 next year, which is actually such a shame for sure, but who knows, I could be wrong, and maybe I think there could be a whole lot more that could help to, you know, bridge the gap, of course, that front for sure, so, but yeah, I guess if anything, there's not that much movies that'll be coming out for 2024 next year that would help fill in the gap, of course, that front, so. But hey, I guess despite all that, and who knows when that's going to change over time, but I think it'll actually give me time to, of course, focus on other things. Like, of course, I'll still work on other videos as normal, and I do hope to get some things worked out and actually book myself and actually go to more conventions that'll be coming up for sure. So yeah, all these little things and more that I'm actually really looking forward to by far would actually help to, you know, bridge the gap for sure. So yeah. And I guess I can make the same argument for what Disney's going to do for Soul, Luca, and Turning Red for sure. Not only give them the theatrical release they deserve, but also to, you know, help bridge the gap before Inside Out 2 officially comes out for sure. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing on how that's going to go down for sure. And for the fact that that we had to wait a good few years since after their releases onto Disney Plus, I think it actually makes it a little, no, scratch that. It actually makes it a lot more exciting for all of us for sure. So yeah. I know hands down that once again, I really do love all three of these films for sure. Pretty much not only finally getting to see them on Disney Plus, to actually getting them on DVD and Blu-ray sometime afterwards. But I know hands down that we're finally gonna come full circle. Well, okay, rather a late circle, but still a circle nonetheless, and actually give them the theatrical release they deserve. And I couldn't help but feel absolutely proud for all that for sure, and it gives me so much joy, of course, that front for sure. So, but yeah, I guess if anything, pretty much if anything, I think that'll be something I'll be looking forward to seeing for sure. But I don't know. I think since pretty much, despite the fact that pretty much I see that there's not much movies coming out for 2024 next year, I don't know, maybe that might change over time for sure, but we'll have to wait and see, of course, that front for sure. So, but yeah, either way, I still really love all three of these films by far, and I'm looking forward to seeing them finally giving the theatrical release they deserve. But now that would beg the other question for sure. I mean, I know the ultimate question I'm already asking to myself is, well, am I gonna go see all three of these films once they come out onto the big screen? Hell yeah, for sure, because yeah, that's something you're definitely gonna have to mark on your calendars, because I am definitely gonna say those release dates as of now. So yeah, currently as of now, pretty much we do have the release dates for all three of these Pixar films currently as of now, with of course Soul gonna be released onto the big screen on January 12th, and that's gonna be followed up by Turning Red on February 9th, and of course to finish it all off, Luca is gonna be released on March 22nd. So yeah. Those are the confirmed release dates as we speak, and if you actually look it up, of course, pretty much all three of these films on either Google or YouTube, they will actually give out much more details than I would ever could. So yeah, all three of those release dates that I actually mentioned for sure, definitely lock them all in because yeah, I think you're gonna be in for something really great for sure. So yeah, and of course, once again, am I gonna go see them once they actually come out onto the big screen? Hell yeah, I'm definitely gonna go see them. We're all gonna go see them for sure. So yeah, that'll be quite interesting to see how it'll go, and I think it'll actually be great for sure. So yeah, but now that would beg the other question: if I do plan on going to see all three of these films on the big screen, do you guys want me to do like a re-review on all three of these films for a future thoughts video? Or should I say pretty much 3 new thoughts videos where I would actually talk about these movies again? I only did ask that because I am one of those people that wants time to pass by and to see if my opinion has changed, and I think it'll be quite nice to see if my opinion on all three of these films are exactly the same, or I actually thought pretty much my opinion on these films have changed over time. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys want me to do a re-review on all three of these films if I do plan on seeing them again on the big screen? Definitely let me know what you guys think. I'll definitely leave a comment pinned pretty much down below for you guys to see for yourself. So yeah, definitely let me know on what you guys think. I'm quite curious to know. So I guess on that thought, I guess I'll pretty much do exactly that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest video, and of course, aside from my question that I want to ask all of you, if you guys want me to do a re-review on all those, and yeah, I stand by my point on my question. Do you guys want me to do a re-review on all three of these films for some future thoughts videos in the near future, if I do plan on going to see them? So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and moreover, what do you guys think of this latest announcement that Soul, Luca, and Turning Red are finally getting the theatrical release they deserve? That too, I'm quite curious to know. So yeah, definitely let me know on what you guys think in the comment section below. So yeah, I guess that'll pretty much do exactly that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest video, and yeah, I assure you, I've got a whole lot more for, of course, this month, and especially with some thoughts videos that I'm gonna be doing right up until this year actually ends for sure, because yeah, there's actually a good batch for me to talk about, and I want to be sure to give you guys my full-on analysis on all three of them. Yeah, of course, all of them for sure. But for now, I guess currently as of now, right up until these movies actually come out, I'm already scheduled to go check out the new Hayao Miyazaki movie, The Boy and the Heron. That's probably already out now as we speak. So yeah, I'll let you guys know on what I thought of that Sega film once I actually do go see it for sure. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.
Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/AckleyTackTV to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is AckleyTack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications, and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions, for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more, in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyTackTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.